my BFF. Hello, thank you so much for stopping by. Today is all about channeling my inner femme fatale. I have here the fragrances in my collection that are dark, weird, mysterious, even polarizing. They make me feel bold, powerful, and wicked just in time for Halloween. So I will put them to my SU test if they are special, if they spark an emotion. Can I see a time in my life when I would wear them? If the answer is yes to all three of them, then I will keep them in my collection. If not, bye bye. Let's start with a fragrance by Creed, Queen of Silk. This is super moody and dark. It has osmanthus, vanilla, oud. It is strong, it is obnoxious, arrogant. Is it special? Yes, it is special. Does it spark an emotion? Yes, it brings up this powerful, dark side of me when I would wear it. Sadly, this is one that I have not worn lately. I bought it a year and a half ago. And it was during the summer. The first time I hated it. The second time I smelled it by accident and it transformed beautifully on my skin. But I am not wearing it, so for that reason I will let Queen of Silk go. These fragrances represent the side of myself that I used to reject, my shadow self. Not anymore. I am owning my shadow by the Merchant of Venice. This is Queen of the Night. It has vanilla, saffron, and it has an accord of kifi, which is the ancient Egyptian incense. It is being compared to Baby Cat by Yves Saint Laurent, which I used to have. I no longer have that one because I prefer this on my skin. The vanilla is stronger, is warmer. It still has this moody aspect, and I imagine I am Cleopatra when I'm wearing this. Not Cleopatra, actually. If you know the movie Queen of the Damned, it's Akasha. Akasha is wearing this like a supernatural being that is coming to this universe to make a strong statement, to punish someone maybe. But at the same time, she has some warmth underneath. This one would be also perfect for a signature scent, but also for Halloween. This is everything that I want in a fragrance. Queen of the Night by the Merchant of Venice. It is special. I don't have Baby Cat anymore. The emotion, it makes me feel strong. And when I would wear it, anytime I wear it going out, I wore it going for a casual trip. Beautiful and signature scent worthy. The Merchant of Venice, Queen of the Night. Next fragrances are by Ella K. The first one is Ghibli. This has nougat and leather. I think leather is a note of a femme fatale, a moody diva. And the other one is Orchid K. This was the worst release last year. And you already know that I'm decluttering this. It has been a while. I'm struggling to find a new home for this. It doesn't matter. I'm not in a hurry. So if you are going through the same journey, know that it takes a lot of patience. And I don't wear them. I don't feel the need to smell them from the cap. So I will let these two go. Next fragrance is by Mugler, and I have Muse. This is the Eau de Parfum. It has patchouli and hazelnut. It is so strong. All fragrances today are super strong, like a Femme Fatale, of course. And it smells very delicious and dark on my skin. And also I think it has some similarities to Angel Share and that scent profile. Yeah, in the opening I can only smell sweetness. As it dries down, it turns into the smoothest fragrance ever, still keeping a bit of darkness. It is special. It brings up this femme fatale in me, and when I would wear it, I would wear this one anytime if it wasn't discontinued. Beautiful, sweet, creamy, keeping this distance somehow you cannot touch me. So Muse by Mugler is a fragrance that I will keep in my collection. By Kayali, this is Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli. Yeah, this bottle is so shiny. I like it. Like a moody, opulent diva. This has vanilla, patchouli, and the creme brulee vibe. I like it and hate it at the same time. I don't really like patchouli, and for that reason, I'm not wearing it anymore. So I will let this one go. This one was easy. So Kayali, vanilla, royale, sugared patchouli is a bye-bye. Someone else can enjoy it and give it the attention it deserves. These are the fragrances that I love and hate at the same time. And I am attracted to them, but at the same time, there is something that bothers me, and is the same with our own shadow. When we are born, we are complete. We are born with all the qualities in the world. Picture yourself as a beautiful mansion, and when you are little, you are told that certain aspects of yourself are not welcome, are not allowed upstairs. Too loud in the basement, too emotional, that's not accepted. Hide it in the basement. Too funny, you are making a fool of yourself. Shove it in the basement. And over time, you put so much in the basement that you forgot what's even there. And that's fine, except when you have guests, you start hearing noise, the house starts trembling. That's why we lash out at people that don't deserve it, or we have exaggerated reactions because we have suppressed certain aspects of ourselves. And for example, for me, most of these fragrances I consider arrogant. And when I was little, I was told that that part of myself is not okay. Putting myself first is not okay. I shoved it all in the basement. I became the biggest empath that you can see. And I became shy, and I associated speaking up and being open, trusting oneself with being arrogant, with something negative. That is shadow work. It's shining light on whatever we have hidden down there and accepting it with compassion. That is what self-acceptance really is. Once we embrace all the aspects of ourselves, we will find true happiness and we will feel fulfilled. The next fragrance is by Maison, Francis Kurkdjian. This is Oud Satin Mood. I have the Eau de Parfum. It is so strong. It is the scent of a vampire queen. I imagine a vampire queen walking through a castle. Everything is dark, only candles are shimmering through, and everyone is mesmerized by this vampire queen. They do not even dare to look her in the eyes, and she's wearing Oud Satin Mood. It has rose, wood, raspberry, and violet, and that violet gives it a makeup-y twist, and it has a lot of femininity. At least on my skin, when it dries down, this is both strong and soft. Now you know it is special. It is my favorite rose and wood. The emotion, yes, it brings this femme fatale, this strong woman in me, and when I would wear it, I would wear this one anytime. It also works in the summer evenings and also in the winter. I think it shines. I wore it going to a Christmas market, and it pushed through all the different aromas that were in the air. It's beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. I would like to be buried in this scent. Is that creepy? I want to smell like this forever, matching the Halloween theme. Beautiful chef's kiss. And in the same family, I almost bought Frederic Malle, Portrait of a Lady. And I was called to retest it because I have a discovery kit from Frederic Malle. And I wanted to try Portrait of a Lady because Amouage Existence reminded me of it. The first time I wore it, it took me through a journey, and in the dry down, I got Portrait of a Lady out of Existence, and I tested them side by side, and I still see those similarities with the rose. It doesn't come always, but it has like a percentage of Portrait of a Lady. That sad rose, Portrait of a Lady, compared to Oud Satin Mood, is much darker and sadder. It's like grief walking through a church for me. And I almost bought that special edition. That red bottle looks stunning, but I don't need it because I already have Wood Satin Mood. However, Portrait of a Lady is a stunning fragrance. If I didn't have these two and they didn't exist, I would definitely buy it. That one, as I said, is much sadder on my skin and much more archaic. It's still a masterpiece and it would be perfect for Halloween as well. This is in my confident scents category. I wear it anytime I want to feel confident. It also has a bit of a femme fatale inside it. So going back to Wood Satin Mood, I'm keeping it because it answers yes to all the 3 questions in my Sue test. And since we mentioned Frederic Malle, I have a fragrance here that is completely a femme fatale, a dark and mysterious scent. Music for a While. This has pineapple and patchouli, a million different notes. And what this smells like, it smells like Coca-Cola with pineapple, but the pineapple is turning sour and is a bit fermented. It is something that I cannot wear, and it's another one that I am trying to declutter. So thank you, Music for a While. Fragrance brand I never talked about because it creates clones and I don't agree with them. I think they are stealing what someone else created and they are duplicating it but missing the soul. However, there is a fragrance from this brand that I like and have, and it's Lattafa. This is Teriaq. I want to say teriyaki, chicken teriyaki. Teriaq Intense. This is created by Quentin Biche. It has plum, some alcoholic note. Does it have liquor or whiskey? And it is very unique. Nothing else smells like it. It is long lasting. It's not annoying. Although it is in this moody diva category, I would wear this one anytime. I picture with this a very lush table where the kings and queens are sitting with plums and grapes and different cakes and they are having a feast. I think this is special. It brings up this story. When I would wear it, I would wear this one anytime. I also wear it going out for running because it is so affordable, beautiful in the winter. It also keeps me warm. So Lattafa Teriaq Intense will stay in my collection. Next up, by Note di Profumum, a fragrance brand in the same family with Profumum Aroma. This is Osare. This has green notes and ylang ylang. They don't say it has tuberose, but I can smell some tuberose. It is super strong and super green. I imagine a fairy wearing this, but she's a bit evil. This is a fragrance that is special. Does it bring up an emotion? Yeah, it creates this image of a strong woman. Can I see a time when I would wear it? I no longer wear this one. Unfortunately, it's so strong, super strong. And I will let this one go. So, Osare, bye bye. By Filippo Sorcinelli. This is Lascia Pianga. Let me cry. This is white flowers at 100% power. It has a bunch of flowers and it is so strong, and in the background I can smell some fruity aspects, like I am walking through a market in an Asian country in Malaysia and fruits are getting a bit spoiled. This is another fragrance that I see it on a super powerful woman that is a bit arrogant. She wants to attract and she put on the strongest white flowers perfume. It is special, but unfortunately I am not wearing this and the cap is atrocious. That's not the reason, but I will let this one go. Lascia Pianga will leave my collection. By Marc-Antoine Barrois, we have Aldebaran, which is inspired by the shiniest sun. This is so strong and polarizing. It has tuberose, paprika, tonka bean, and I read in the reviews someone said that it smells like goulash. I'm so familiar with goulash. We also have it in Romania. I love it. What happens though is that when I wore it, my boyfriend said that it smells like a medicinal ointment. He didn't like it at all. He doesn't particularly like any of these fragrances today. He likes more the princess and the seduction siren fragrances, which I will feature in a future video. Aldebaran smells like a carnivorous tuberose. It also has something in the background like ash, and it also smells milky. It's all over the place, and my secret here is to spray only once. Unfortunately, even with one spray, the opening can be off-putting. And even though I like it, I will let it go because I cannot wear it. Even though I love the dry down, this one is a fragrance that smells nice the day after. I cannot wait for the fragrance to smell good. This would be perfect for Halloween, completely. And if you want to make a prank to someone, you spray this one a lot. The next two fragrances are vanillas. One is Lune Feline by Atelier des Ors. This is vanilla and it has a very smoky vibe. And I no longer wear this. It is a bit like Queen of the Night. This one is less wearable than Queen of the Night by the Merchant of Venice, and I will let this one go. And the other one is Olibere Parfum. This is Chemical Love. It has vanilla, amber, a Bailey, accord, and cocaine. And for me, it smells like medicine that I used to take when I was little. I had difficulties taking pills when I was little. I don't like medicine, bitter medicine. So I will let Chemical Love go as well. I don't wear it. So these two are going to find a new home. I see here a pattern. They either have wood, saffron, leather, and there is one note that I think is perfect for a femme fatale, and that is cherry. And I have other cherry fragrances that are more in the seduction siren category. I just received a fragrance that I ordered myself that has been on my wish list for a while. I tasted it when I went to Romania. This is Kirsch by Headspace. It was full bottle worthy, and I want to open it now with you. And let's see if it's really femme fatale or is it seduction siren. Oh, it comes here, and here it is. Yeah, it looks like a jar, a little jar with marmalade. I tasted in a shop and I loved it. The cap is magnetic. Yeah, it's not your typical jar. Love the bottle. Online it doesn't do it much justice. In reality it's much better. It doesn't travel all the distance towards my hand, see? Very fine mist. This is leather. It is super strong on the leather in the opening. Cherry, saffron, and sake. I imagine I am sitting in a posh living room on a black leather sofa, and I am eating some cherries and taking shots of sake. The verdict is that this is a femme fatale scent more than a seduction siren. It is special. It doesn't smell like any other cherry fragrance that I have. Emotion, it brings up this dark feminine energy in me, and when I would wear it, I am going to wear this one anytime. Why not? Beautiful. So Kirsch by Headspace. Thank you so much for watching, for liking this video, for subscribing. The quote I will leave you with is by Nietzsche, and I will read it not to mess it up. One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. What do you think about that? Let me know below, And let me know also, what is your favorite shadow or femme fatale fragrance? Do you have a fragrance that brings up this dark side in you? I'm so curious to find out. I'm sending you a big hug and so much love, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye and happy Halloween!